once a year level treat. We got that steak. But now we have just boarded a ferry.
I'm not losing the steak.
We are gonna hold on to our food. But I gotta tell you, this ferry is no joke. Like, we're already rocking back and forth, and we are still in the harbor. Street food. Street foodies, welcome back to the show. Everyone's favorite guest, Ashley.
You're watching Street Food with Ashley.
All I can say is you're gonna need to speak up. You're gonna need to talk at 4 times your normal volume. Do you think that's possible?
No.
Hong Kong, what were your impressions?
Clean. Expensive. Malls.
There's some signs that say, like, don't spit in the street.
So you get in the elevator, there's like a film, protective film over the buttons, and it's like, this is sanitized every 4 hours.
So let's talk about that beach in Peng Chau.
Peng Chau Beach, not my favorite. Yeah, it was like swimming with trash.
Yeah. I was scared a greasy fish hook was gonna get up in my toes. What are your opinions on dim sum? Dim sum, you know, Cantonese tea.
It's a little devoid of flavor to me. I did enjoy it, that place we went to on Peng Chau. I was really feeling shrimp for some reason. I hadn't had shrimp in a long time.
I'm just gonna hit you with the English names of these things. We got some sticky rice dumplings. They got shrimp inside. We've also got some straight up shrimp dumplings. A chicken roll. This was like a rice noodle with strips of chicken and mushroom inside. We had some quail eggs, which came in a little wonton nest, also including shrimp, and a sticky rice bun, which had a mixture of rice and mushrooms and a few surprise peanuts. So I noticed in this dim sum a lot of shrimp, and then also a lot of sticky rice.
Shrimp was really big for me. That was a theme.
Shrimp is huge for me in Hong Kong. Why don't you like shrimp here in China?
Because they do not differentiate between shrimp and prawn.
And how would you?
Buyang de.
How would you?
Shrimp is delicious. Prawns are nasty.
There's a pretty sweet spot on Peng Chau called the Secret Garden, which is like a bunch of repurposed junk that they turn into art.
Yeah, it was just like this little alley you walked through, and there was a lot of graffiti on the walls, and then it opened up into a garden area. Yeah, it was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, there was like pieces of bikes.
Yeah.
There's also squirrels running around there. It seemed like, you know, a fairy tale garden. Hong Kong Disney World, let's talk about it.
Hong Kong Disney was great. I loved it. It was smaller than the Orlando Disney.
A lot easier to walk around.
Yeah, I mean, I still had on my steps counter, and we did walk 16 miles. So instead of Space Mountain, it was
Hyperspace
Mountain, and it was all Star Wars themed. Christian and River rode that.
I was into it.
Me and Journey are more like hold your bags, look around kind of people.
You guys did that Grizzly Gulch though?
Grizzly Gulch was fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
We both got into that roller coaster.
Generally speaking, I like to be in control of things, and I don't enjoy being flung around. You may recall an episode in which I was plucked from the earth by a speeding motorboat.
I can't believe you agreed to that.
And a parachute. I was feeling really free.
I feel like I must have tricked you into that. I'm gonna insert a clip of that. It was awesome. Remember when Captain Phasma came up?
Captain Phasma came up.
It was River's birthday. She had a birthday pin, so like they grabbed River and took her up front. We were snapping a bunch of pictures, and they were like, "Everyone keep an eye out for this one." And then River left, and then this other girl tried to run up and take a picture with them, and the stormtroopers were like, "Get away!" River also trained to be a Jedi.
Yeah, they had a Jedi training thing, so she had to fight huge Darth Vader.
Disney Star Wars is dope, is all I'm saying. I remember you telling me it's like there's a couple things that are unique to Hong Kong Disney that only Hong Kong Disney have, and Mystic Manor is one of them.
Mystic Manor is one. Mystic Manor is Hong Kong Disney's version of the Haunted Mansion. So in Chinese culture,
you don't really play with ghosts. You don't like it wouldn't fit to make Haunted Mansion with all like the silly ghosts.
Yeah.
It's kind of that's a little taboo.
It's a little culturally insensitive.
Right. My favorite thing about Hong Kong Disney is how they did everything in 3 languages.
Yeah, because there's 3 main languages. there's English. Well, Cantonese is the main.
Well, they get a lot of tourists. They get a lot of visitors
Yeah.
who only speak Mandarin. So they have to do everything in 3 languages. So like with the Jedi show, all the different characters spoke a different language. But you could still follow it. Even if you only spoke English, you could still follow the story. They probably have Iron Man ride at other places, but this one was...
It was exhilarating.
It was definitely set in Hong Kong. It was like, you're in this place, and then you take off, and they have Tony Stark's voice, but then Jarvis only spoke Cantonese. It was just really cool. It was really multicultural. You really felt the like Disney had figured it out, like how to do this well in 3 languages. So I really liked it. Let's wrap this up with a waffle. Tell me about that street waffle that we had in Peng Chau.
There's a little guy who comes out when it's like school time's over, and he has a cart.
It's called Hua Fu Bing. It's how you say it in Mandarin. I don't know the Cantonese, but this is a Hong Kong street waffle. Even little Peng Chau is rocking the street food. Dude has a couple of wood fires going in his cart. His custom waffle irons. You add some batter, cover it, set a timer, flip it when it's time to flip it. This makes it kind of a stiff waffle. It's fluffy, but not as fluffy as like a breakfast waffle. He lets the finished waffle rest on this bent tray in order to give it the correct shape. And this little fan cools them off while they set. Then he slips it in a paper bag and off you go. You got these signature little circles, nice and sweet. Down to the beach for a waffle snack. Dim sum, Disney, waffles, this is how we're doing it. Listen, leave whatever comments you like below. Until next week.
Wait, are you gonna tell them about when we rode the tram?
The Peak.
The Peak. You didn't say nothing about the Peak.
Well, the Peak isn't that exciting.
The Peak was fun.
Alright, tell them about the Peak.
We went to the Peak. That's a very Hong Kong experience.
Overrated in my opinion.
Long lines, hot.
You ride a train up.
The train is fun.
Train's
like,
cool.
You're basically like...
That was a great reenactment of the train. Do that and you'll know exactly what that experience was like.
Yes.
Sweet view though.
Oh, beautiful view.
It was a really cool view at the top. Oh, and then there was a hurricane while we were there.
A typhoon.
I forgot about the typhoon.
We were on like the 18th floor or something.
Yeah, a lot of glass.
And
that
it was
just going
on the coast.
And I was like, man, what if it explodes? What will happen? But other than that, it was fine. Huh?
Explodes.
I live with this every day. Until next week, eat it on a street.
I thought we were parasites.
Street food.
Hello, good evening.
Is there anything else you want to say about Hong Kong or just about street food in general while I have you here on the show?
Is it Peng Chau?
Peng Chau, yeah.
What's the other place we stayed one time?
Cheng Chau.
Cheng Chau, yes.
You want to say sticky rice with me?
No.
What about the quail eggs? Do you remember those?
No.
You liked them.
I'm sure I did.
Secret Garden. Do you remember that?
No.
We should say, normally I write a script for this show. Ashley was pretty clear that she can't be locked into anything like that. She needed the freedom. So that's the style that we're going with, is just question and answer. Anything else you want to add?
Maybe you need to ask better questions.
Point taken. You know, it's a fair criticism. Do you remember?
No.
Multiple languages.
Oh,
you went Mystic Manor.
yeah, Mystic Manor.
The Jedi experience for
Oh,
the kids.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm activating your memory. Ready, set, go. Tell us about Disney.
Okay, like something maybe you would see in... What was that we wish... Oh, Terminator?
What? Like something you would see in Terminator.
Well, you know, like mechanical, robotic something.
Okay, well, I thought we were describing like a happy garden.
I don't know what Terminator's about. I just know there's a robot and it looked robotic. Is he not a robot?
The Terminator is a robot.
Okay. So it was like his garden.
If the Terminator had a garden, that was like a pleasant garden, let's just say the Terminator was a princess fairy tale, he might have lived in a place like this.
Okay.
Or that might be where he ended up at the end after the resolution of his story. But no, Terminator is a dark future.
Is he a nice person?
The Terminator?
Yeah.
He's a robot, babe.
And they're bad.
Well, he can be programmed to be either.
So was he ever nice?
Yeah, he's nice. Well, I mean,
So it's nice Terminator's garden.
I don't even think Nice Terminator would like a garden with squirrels and art in it.
Well, he is called the Terminator. I mean, is that his name?
He would murder those squirrels. He doesn't have a name.
Well, why is it called Terminator?
He's the T-800.
Does T stand for Terminator?
I think so, yeah.
That's a good thing about China. Like, our kids can walk really far without complaining because we walk all the time here.
Yeah, I don't know how it is where you're at. Do your kids complain about walking? Do you have kids?
Do you walk?
Who are you? That's it. That's all the jokes we got. Maybe they'll make it in the outtakes.
My jokes are not outtake.
Like, my jokes make the main episode.
Mainstream.
Sometimes I put jokes after the credits. You're saying no, you need them to be in the actual thing.